Okay, hello and welcome to day 3 of the Australian Gold and Silver Medal. Just the one round of matches unless we need playoffs. So the state of play is we'll be watching on lawn 1 Jamie playing Ed, the top 2 seeds. If Jamie wins this match, then the winner of Gary and Jack and Ed will then be on the same number of wins, and there'll be a playoff for gold and silver. If Ed wins this match, Ed will win the gold, and Jack and Gary will be playing for silver in this match, and there'll be no need for any playoffs. So we all want to see lots more games, so we'll be barracking for Jamie. But people who want the day to go really quickly will probably be barracking for Ed. They've changed the medal announcements procedure. They're going to do that straight after play, but we will still come back here this evening for the session on the setting up for the singles over the next 4 days. The temperature today is supposed to be 29. Already feels a bit warmer than that, but we are in a pretty warm little spot here. And I will be doing cowing analysis at the same time as we're watching the game, so you will hear the annoying clicking sound. There goes one now. So game's away, we're starting now. Ed won the toss, obviously blue and black, and has put a good first ball in. Jamie has red and yellow, obviously. It's also a good ball in. Should just write down the start time for the figures. Getting away to a couple of minutes early here as well. Okay, third ball coming in from Ed, another good ball. So they had a nice little 5-minute warm-up in which they got the pace of the lawn, and they certainly seem to have got the pace of the lawn, as all the balls are in the fight. Ben is playing Ross on lawn 2, and Gary and Jack are down on lawn 3. So we've got Ed having first look at a hoop here. And has rejected. So Ed played very well yesterday and has played very well through the whole competition, winning all matches in 2 games. And Jamie gets first hoop, and with a nice shot, it's gone all the way down to hoop 2, so instant pressure there. So Ed's looking here to do a promotion, which is interesting and very nicely done. I've got a lot of cut on that. It's got blue down past the peg by a couple of yards. Jamie's just doubling up with yellow. That lawn slopes away a little bit and taking the yellow away to the side. So I'm going to guess that here blue is going to have a ping at the hoop. And has missed. So a bit of an ultra aggressive start here from Ed. Similar sort of ultra aggressive start yesterday against Gary, and then got into the rhythm of the game and played extremely well. So Jamie's just positioning the red a bit closer in. So it was hard to tell from here whether red was a good runner or not in its initial position. Clearly it wasn't, and maybe Ed didn't need to do a promotion in that case, but why not try it early? That's a nice length again. So we saw a couple of long battles at hoop 2 yesterday, especially in the second game between Gary and Ed. Went for 70 shots. It's a nice clearance by Jamie. Just keeping control. expecting a slightly bigger crowd here today as people start arriving that are coming in sort of last day before the singles. It's a nice shot by Ed to clear the red with blue. So Ed likes to play very quickly, and in the wash-up of yesterday's play we did have a bit of a chat with Gary about how Gary seemed to play a bit quicker than he normally does, being sucked along at the speed that Ed plays at. So it'll be interesting to see if Jamie maintains a nice even pace or gets sucked along into a faster game. It's another nice clearance by Ed. But Jamie still keeping control of the hoop. Hard to tell from here where that is. Just looking at the shadow of the yellow ball, I think that's off to the side rather than in front. Ed's missed that one, which was probably the more crucial of all the ones to be hit. And we should see red make hoop 2 and go to a 2-0 lead here. Ah, very clever. Okay, so just jaws. Jaws the red, so clearly the yellow is a little bit past the hoop line to allow yellow to peel red and skim off legally towards hoop 3. Ed will try to take that away by hitting either the red out or the yellow away from the position there. Having a bit of problem with the backswing and the shelter shed there. Just brought it in and still a bit spooked by the seat there. Might want to come in a bit more, and does. The referee keeping a close eye on all that. Okay, so black has missed and vanished into the shrubbery on the other side of the lawn. So yellow doesn't look to be in as good a position as we thought it might have been. Just having a bit of a think about what we're going to do here, because blue could get red out from where it is. So perhaps gamble on a block, or double up, you're gambling on a block. So even if the block is good, which it probably is, it does give blue a chance to hit yellow onto red, to get red out of the hoop. Has hit yellow but not onto red. So it was a good block. Okay, so red now will tap through for the second hoop. And a 2-0 lead. Black offside, being sent back over to this side of the lawn, giving the much longer approach to hoop 3. This is an interesting hoop, this one. This is one that swings around quite a bit, so it's stayed well back, away from all of the movement and swing around the hoop site. So it's a good position. I suspect Jamie will come between black and hoop. No, maybe not. Also knows that what's going on at the lawn has gone deep, out almost to the boundary. So blue coming in. You can't really come in too close because it does do some crazy stuff hoop high. So blue has come in a little bit closer than black and a little bit wider. Now playing at a fair clip. Red has tried to come in on the cute closer line and has pulled up short. So black is going to take on the hoop. And makes it. So Ed's on the board. 2-1 to Jamie. So it's not a lot of pace on the yellow. It's good enough to be in the fight, but it probably would have been nice to be a little bit closer. You probably don't have a problem with the camera view of this, but I do with a pole in the way between me and the fourth hoop. But the blue approach is very nice. Red also looks to be struggling a little bit. It's just snuck past yellow. And may actually have got in the way of yellow clearing blue there, which would not be an ideal shot. Ed's had a look at that and decided he doesn't need to clear yellow. And it's just gone straight down the line towards halfway, so we tend to indicate that red has blocked yellow at blue. So yellow may be taking on the hoop here, or trying to jump, or crash red into, no, it's a jump. And nice try. Set the far leg and bounced away. So blue just checking the backswing. Red might be in the way, so calling a referee just to watch that. Oh, getting a sore neck. Just trying to look around this pole next to me. Okay, so the balls are being marked just in case something inadvertent happens. And blue is taking on the hoop and makes it. So we've got 2-all. Right back into the game. Jamie first to hoop 5 with a nice positioning shot. Black, having gone towards halfway previously, actually he's left with a relatively short shot at red. It's just on the in-off line as well. Oh, nearly got the in-off. Okay, so yellow coming in now. Again, a nice pace. Seems to be carrying a load of sand with it on the stuck to the ball. There's a little bit of dew out there. And blue now has a longer shot than black did it. Oh, no, still centre balls it nicely. And remove the immediate threat. Okay, so red's going to come back into position, but deeper. And black and the blue lying in a nice position, but the wrong way around for a promotion. So black playing next will have to negotiate having blue in its backswing a little bit. Which is not a huge drama, but it's forcing black to come in a little tighter than it probably would have liked to have been. It's a nice pace, but it's not going to get there. So yeah, just having that ball in the backswing is just enough to influence that. And the yellow also coming in looks also to be struggling a little bit for pace. It's just good enough, and it's hidden from blue behind black, which is very handy. going on at a fair pace. We've only been playing for 11 minutes and they've had 40 shots, so that's about 30% faster than a normal game. Another nice centre balling clearance there by Ed. So black is in a nice position to clear yellow. Blue now has gone most of the way to the boundary, and although Ed's hitting well, putting red in can't lead anybody into a line of play. You just have to stay quiet. So red has hit black. Nice shot. Yeah, putting red in could have been an alternative, but that's a very successful clearance if we can draw black into a miss. But black and blue have been hitting quite well so far. Yellow is not an easy runner, but it's definitely a jawser. So we do need black to hit this one. And does beautifully. Yeah, so Jamie's just had to stop and do up a shoelace. So yellow has been hit to the boundary within a couple of yards of the blue. So yellow will probably come back in, but he has the option of hitting blue away and coming in off the angle off the back of blue. Choosing just a position which is much more accurate. Just keep edge shooting. The theory that you can't keep hitting. It's going to position the blue and then hit the yellow with black. Blue is a little wide, but good enough. And that's inspired red to consider moving blue. And does. Nice shot. Although red is also scattered, it's still effective. Oh, getting bitten by something here. Oh, ouch. Okay, so another steady clearance by black. So this time the black's past the hoop on the west by some distance. So I thought maybe yellow might go for a wide position on the other side of the hoop, but this time it's hung short. Not quite sure what the rationale for that one is. Of course, it can be a miss hit. You know, people can miss hit things. Well, that's a very nice blue to position. So red's got to think about this. So it's coming in pace off to a nice position, but not really endangering anything at the moment. Might have been some merit in red trying for an in-off where blue was sitting. So we've got black now just putting some distance onto yellow and spraying me with some water off the ball there. So a nice clearance, but it's cleared yellow to a position where it can see blue and hoop very close together. So oh, shot, good shot. So I had to stay quiet because Jamie was standing right in front of me. But the options there were clear blue, run hoop, or go in off, because the balls were so close together. The ball and the hoop were so close together, and as it worked out, blue was cleared and yellow didn't go in off, but it spun and has settled onto the left-hand leg just slightly, but still effective. Although blue appears to have got yellow out, probably not by hitting the ball, but by hitting the hoop leg, and the hoop leg throwing the yellow out. However, it has opened up the hoop for red, just to run normally, or jaws, or take better position via the hoop leg. Oh, wow. So black has flown it at the red. Missed red completely and nearly ran the hoop, and then got an enormous amount of spin and spun around to the opposite side of the hoop. So I think we'll see yellow double up, wide from black. It's just got to a wide spot. And blue again having trouble with the shelter shed seat in the backswing. So he's a very tall young fella, Ed, and so his head is just fitting under the shelter roof as well. No, he's picked that off beautifully. Very nice shot. So now the yellow being wired from black is quite crucial. So this is a pretty critical hoop now, and they've been at it for 25 strokes. And the whole game's gone for 58, so nearly half the game has been played at this hoop. And black, unable to see yellow, has just gone to position to taunt yellow into trying to make the hoop in the hope of a failure, or make yellow consider clearing black. Of course, another option is to jaws yellow and clear black with red, but that might be dangerous given how well Ed's hitting at the moment. So just run the hoop, that's sensible. Just up past the peg. And retake the lead. So blue coming in from distance has done a remarkably good job of getting to position. And red can't actually see blue, so options for red are take position or hit or run the hoop. The pace, there's quite a bit of pace on that, and that's going, if it holds its line, it's going to be very close, and it didn't hold its line. So black, options for black. The peg is in the way for taking good position or clearing red or running the hoop, so black clearing yellow is probably going to be the play here, and allow blue to run the hoop. Yep, that's what we've done. That is a great shot. Got it over onto the dodgy piece of ground in front of the other shelter shed there, and almost, probably not, but almost wired from blue. So tough shot here. We saw, well, we've seen a lot of people have to take relief from that boundary. As you can see, he's just put the yellow on, Jamie has just put the yellow on the line, and it's rolled back out. So, having another go. So a difficult shot because the ball, as you saw, if you watch really closely, gets a little bit of air as it leaves that spot because it bobbles a bit, and although that happened, it did stay relatively straight and nicked blue. Probably not enough to impact the hoop run. Oh, and Ed runs the hoop. So we're back to 3-all, or back to even, I should say. Red has a reasonably good approach to the hoop, maybe a tiny bit of hoop 6 in the way of the swing. Causes it to pull up a little short. Probably good enough. So Ed's going to go and have a look, carrying the water bottle. I had to admire Ed's discipline yesterday to constantly pick the water bottle up and take it somewhere near where he would be playing next, or thought he might be playing next. So black coming in, it takes nice position. Yellow coming in from a long way away. Once again over that boundary over by the bushes there, you get a little bit of bounce as the ball leaves that area, and he did that, but still had enough pace to get to a great position in front of the hoop. And blue just once again checking the backswing because of the fence. I would expect taking out maybe yellow here, because yellow is probably the better runner. Has missed. So the fence is probably a factor in some of those shots. If it's not a direct physical factor, it could be a bit of a mental one. So red's sticking with the plan, even though it's got a much more angly shot than yellow. What else are we going to do? We might as well run it. It's given it a bit, but it's bounced back to a nice place. So I feel bad about failing that as a hoop attempt, because it's actually ended up being in a good position. But black here has options of clearing or jumping, or maybe he can sneak past red along the ground and through the hoop. Looks like the plan. Yep, and it does it. I'm very happy about it too. So back into the lead goes Ed. Nice shot. Got the ball all the way down here into the boundary right in front of where we're sitting, which opens up a big spot for yellow to drop into where black won't be able to see it. And probably that has to do that because red is going to struggle to get into the play from where it's lying. But yellow has not wired from black, but it is in a nice position. It's 3 yards back from the hoop. So blue's just coming in, but it's drifting across to a position where he might stymie black's shot at yellow, and has. So that's probably not ideal. And red couldn't do much, had to go wide. Kind of out of the play there, but black's got a bit of a challenge here. It's got, from where I'm sitting, just on half a ball. Decided not to shoot, and has clattered into the back of the hoop and bounced off. So yellow could clear blue, but is taking on the hoop instead, which is a nice aggressive approach. And unfortunately has bounced off. And the hoop's a bit loose, so Ed wants that reset. So while the referee wanders off to do that, so yeah, so blue's got a hoop running position, so yellow could have cleared blue more conservative approach than it did. But you know, players play aggressively or conservatively depending on their tendencies and how they feel about the game. I think when we were talking at one of the croquet chats about players' approaches, might have been Alison from England said AC players tend to clear blue in that situation rather than risk failing the hoop and letting blue have the hoop. As an ex-AC player, or current, but playing not as often as I'd like, AC player, I probably would have done that. Alright, so we have a nice hoop there by blue. So back out to a 2-hoop lead. Well, actually, the first time Ed's been in a 2-hoop lead. So a very nice approach by Jamie to the next hoop. That's the one that yesterday we were seeing the first ball across constantly being short. And black has absolutely hammered that. Brilliant shot, and unlike a lot of Gary's clearances yesterday, black has followed red to the boundary where it can't be hit by red. Could be blocked by red, but it can't be hit by red. So yellow is good enough, but a little short. And blue will just come in deeper than yellow. So fraction, oh, it's good enough, but probably a fraction longer than you would have liked. So red has some choices to make here, whether to clear blue or just come in. And it's decided just to come in. Possibly trying to block black at yellow, which I think has not happened. So it looks like black has a clearance on yellow, just shaving past red. Just got to be careful of the shrubbery in the background there. Yellow's not the greatest runner either, so I mean, if you spray this a tiny bit and cleared red, that's probably not a disaster. Oh, somehow I managed to get, can't tell from where I'm sitting whether it went through the gap or past, but certainly missed. So yellow is going to take on the hoop. Nice shot, but it's hit the right hand upright and bounced out. So, given the situation of being 2 up, I think blue will probably attempt to run their suit rather than clear red. And does. So it's all happening in a hurry here towards the end of this game. Again, as is the Egyptian style of smashing through the hoops to the far boundary, it constantly opens up places for red and yellow to maybe get a wire when they approach this hoop. But this is that hoop where the ball falls away towards hoop 6, and that's kind of the line it went down because it was forced down that line, and it's gone away into that little bowl towards hoop 6, so nowhere near the front of the hoop. And given the way that Ed has generally been shooting, one would hope that he's going to just position black from distance and then smack red with blue. That's a good weight if it gets past the peg, and did. And it's dropping, so slowing up when it gets into that little bowl area and turning left. Hopefully you saw that on the camera. And again, so is Jamie's ball, coming up with a bit too much pace and turning left. As we saw Gary yesterday run hoop 10 from down behind hoop 9 by shooting at his own ball, and the ball turned a good foot and a half, well more than that, probably maybe 2.5 feet left, and ran the hoop. So Ed doesn't need to hit anything now, it can just come down that side and use that natural slope to bring blue around to a nice position, which has happened. And I suspect that means that red is going to hit blue, because I'm feeling that yellow can't see blue. No, maybe yellow can see blue, so red's going to take black. Yeah, so nice controlled clearance to keep red close, which is probably more important than how far you hit black away. Again, a bit more discipline with the water bottle there. Excellent. So black coming in pace off and not going to get itself close enough to the hoop to let that spin away to the left happen. And yellow, now is not a good time for yellow to decide it can't hit blue. Maybe it couldn't hit blue, so it's taken out black and nibbled red a little bit as well, but it leaves blue with a pretty unopposed hoop attempt. Which he's failed. So chances of red running from there, given that this ball will want to turn right left. You've probably got to give this a tiny bit more whack than you would like. But got the hoop, that's great. Keeps the game going at 6-4, but there's a nice black in by Ed. Put the pressure straight back on. So yellow will probably just come in here. Being careful of that little slope, which is taking the ball all over the place, but good enough. So red will be looking to hit black, so maybe blue would like to take yellow out before that all happens. And it does. Which really doesn't change red's plan. Red's got to move the black. And does. Very nice. Actually, that's probably a bit harsh. That was probably a longer shot than 7 yards. Tidy that up. Okay. So red managed to stay close enough to be impacting the next shot, although it has left the balls black and blue with a chance to get into a wide spot from red. And he's gone deeper and not got the wire, but he is in front of the hoop. Just gone for a run to hunt the water bottle out. Yep. Right, so yellow, 100th shot of the game. Takes a deep position. And a little bit of care putting blue in. Might have been trying to block red at black and then taking the bonus of blocking yellow at hoop by drifting a little bit too far. So that's a nice shot by red, but it's going to put black relatively close to yellow. Sort of a bit between a rock and a hard place there, as any non-centre clearance was going to take black closer to yellow. No, and we're debating. So black's been marked in for relief, which is fair, and they've decided that yellow is within 6 yards, so it's being marked on as well, but the hoop line is 7 yards, and that's past the hoop line of 2 and 3, so I would have thought that that's over the 6 yards and doesn't have to be marked forward. But anyway. So a relatively critical shot here. And any clearance on yellow that puts distance or wiring on this would be effective, and that's put a lot of distance on it. So I do a carrying analysis on a lot of games, and this one here is going to produce close to the best over 7 yard clearance figures I've seen. We've got Ed running with 7 out of 9 and Jamie with 3 out of 4, so that's a total 10 out of 13. And even the very best players don't usually produce anything like that. It's a nice hit. It doesn't feel like it's anywhere near blue, and it isn't. And we should see blue now run for the win in the first game. Yep. So, game 1, 7-4 to Ed. "42-minute game. 105 shots, so they slowed down just a little bit.
Thank you.
Still on?
Sorry?
Still on? Am I still on? Sorry?
You might not have been on the whole time, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We're on now.
I'm on now. Right. Karen's stressing because she may have turned me off at some point and not realised it. But anyway, it is what it is. So, we've got the referee out there with the hoop setter just checking the hoops. So the game finished in 42 minutes, 105 shots played in the game, 7-4 win to Ed. So game 1 over. Still all to play for. Just checking the other hoops, and we'll be back when something's happening. Yeah.
You are.
I'm on. I'm on. Okay. How long was I on for? Game 2 is just starting. We may have had some problem with the sound of the previous game. We're not quite sure. Courts hoops have been reset, and Ed won the first game 7-4. So Jamie goes first in the second game, which is always a challenge for me when I'm doing the analysis to remember that the other person went first. I've got to do a little bit of writing here for a second before they get too far ahead of me. So I need to remember that blue is going to be the fourth shot each time. It's my way of double checking what's going on. So we've got too long with red. Black is long but not too bad. And blue and yellow are very nice. 4 shots played. So red will clear black here. There's a chance to put black where you can't see yellow through blue. That's what we've gone for. And got too much cut. So it's not a failed clearance, but it's not the perfect outcome. Ooh, so a big opening statement there, but he didn't go through. And it's deflected way off into the distance. But blue is still in a good position if yellow does not make the hoop. Okay. Ooh, okay, so a bit of a fail there. A bit too much of one of the legs and bounced away, so the blue will now have a look at the hoop. And Karen will be pleased to know that I've just got a message saying there was nothing wrong with the sound in game 1. So we were overthinking it.
It was obviously working for game 2.
Yeah. When you say there was nothing wrong with the sound, they didn't say that it was me making the sound, but you know, that's probably a problem. Alright, so the third attempt at this hoop in 3 shots. Okay, so I was right behind that, and that looked perfect from the moment he stalked in, and that's where it went, perfectly through the middle. So it's good thing I'm double checking myself here, because I'd already missed a shot. Just do a quick bit of maths, yeah, it all works out. Alright, so a bit of news from the other courts. The important match between Gary and Jack, which could be for a silver medal or it could be for a chance of a playoff for the gold medal. First game was won by Jack, 7-4, and from all accounts, from Gary at least, Jack's hooping was sensational. So I got 2 sensationals. So, given the speed at which the last game was played at, and a slightly early start, a couple of minutes early, this could be a quick day.
Morning, John.
Well, that's a pretty good attempt from a long way away. It's probably not... Oh, it probably is a runner, actually, so we'll say that's good. And if black's good, then so is yellow. So again, from my seated perspective, slightly skewed through the camera, I would imagine, I have a really good view of blue's shot here. So the first thing is we're taking a bit of relief. That big backswing tangles up in the fence. And it's a very abbreviated stalk because of the fence, and blue is going to attempt to clear red. A bit spooked by the fence again. And he looks pretty straight. And he's got it. Yep, very nice. So another nice clearance. So red, if black is a runner or jawser, would probably need to do a little more than just come in. However, maybe it's not as good as it looks from where I'm sitting. Red is certainly a fine ball where it is, but it really depends on what black can actually do down there. When the distance is skewing the vision, trying to look at the shadows and see where they're pointing. The shadows in the hoops in front of us, a little bit off the straight line, would tend to say that black is not an easy runner, but certainly a jawser. And it looks like he's going to do a little mini jump shot to try and get this through. Things to watch out for here: don't have your hand touching the head of the mallet. Don't hit the ball back onto your foot. Don't touch yellow. Yep, thinking better of it. Bit more discipline with the water bottle. We're just going to remove yellow. Oh, that's an interesting choice, because it's put himself into the dodgy piece of ground in front of the shelter and given yellow a relatively short shot at blue. Probably not happy with that outcome if it was me. Although, you know, you can't play for failure, but yellow has missed blue. So blue has on what we've seen so far, safe clearance on red, which he's certainly dealt with. Does allow red to come back in with no immediate close threat from blue or black. On what we've seen hitting wise, you'd think that one or both of them could hit red though, from where they're lying. But the interesting thing would be, can red wire from blue and slightly lengthen black's shot, and then black's got to hit out of that shady shelter shed spot there where the ground's a little bit bobbly. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, not urgently though. Yeah, okay. Alright, so red's gone for that spot, and maybe a tiny bit short, but probably good enough. And black's just going to come in. Should be okay. Yellow coming in now as well. Oops, so it's not, well, it's not a disaster. It's stopped red from running, but red can probably clear black relatively easily there. So probably not as bad as it looks, unless blue flies into this and hits both red and yellow away. Well, he's certainly intending to fly into it, but he's worried about that backswing. Not only has he got a fence, but he's also got the Platypus Plumbing sponsorship sign there as well. What can go well? He can scatter blue, red and yellow to far regions of the lawn, leaving black unopposed. What can go badly? He gets a lot of red, it just propels yellow away and red stays there. Oh, or he picks yellow off clean and leaves red sitting there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fail that. Okay, very nice little stop shot to hold red in a reasonably good position and dispatch the black. It is often about where you put your own ball, not about where you hit them too. Even if you're being constantly attacked by Ed's shooting, it really is about keeping yourself there as a runner so that if Ed does miss, you can score. And it does put a little bit more pressure on his shots. He's failed to take position there. And yellow's in the habit of giving other balls cuddles here. And I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Okay, so blue has let fire from the other end of the lawn and run the hoop. That is a sensational shot. Well, you know, there's no hiding. 24th shot of the game, 2-0 to blue. Black. So, fairly soul destroying. So this is where you need a really good shot from red though. Put all that behind you and get a good red in, and that's not a good red unfortunately. Having to go up through that bowl and didn't get enough pace on it. If it had got there, black is a bit stymied up here by yellow. The referee is having a good look at this. Mark the ball. Almost looked like he touched the black ball there. I'm quite sure what that's all about. He's standing well back to watch this shot. Seemed to think it was fine. And that's a pretty good position for black. Okay, let's put the bad red behind us and play a nice yellow across. And that's one way of getting there. Hit red, took the pace off yellow, and yellow settled in a really nice position. So blue's deciding just to come in. Maybe with a half chance of getting a block of red at black, which might have been achieved judging by the body language there from Jamie. Yep, I would say that's what's happened. So Jamie's deciding I'll have to take on the hoop then. And a little bit hard perhaps into the far leg. Seemed to come off the leg in the air a little bit. So black here is deciding that yellow there in front is too risky, and I'll take that out. And blue will run the hoop from where it is. So lots of distance on yellow. Just got to stay quiet because Jamie's down here playing from where we are. Just coming back, pace off. Probably working on the theory that blue can't keep running these hoops from all over the place. Oh, and that's a handy little promotion. I don't think it's blocked blue, but it's brought red back into the picture. And blue's now going to have a bit of a think and clean of the mallet before taking the next shot. Uh, 2-0 up. I'm thinking blue is taking the hoop rather than worrying about red. Yep. So right in the groove now. 3-0 lead. And blue run all the way to the back boundary, as has been the case for most of the weekend. Or, sorry, not the weekend, duration of the event. And red again has just come in. This time it's pretty close to a wire. Feeling, can't really tell from where I'm sitting, but my feeling is that blue is probably open on red. I could ask the spectators. Might see black try to hit red here. And it's done enough, just done enough. We'll expect to see yellow now come just into position. There's a bit of pace off, and the ball's curled towards me. Probably still good enough. So blue has defended to the other side of the hoop. And red is a pretty difficult hoop, so it's just going to take position in front, which it's done. And if black can see red, I suspect that's what's going for the kill shot on red. If it can't see red, it probably will just come in and give yellow something to hit other than blue. Yeah, so it's coming in. Into a reasonable position. So yellow looking to clear blue to the boundary, but of what we've seen so far, that's not far enough. And that's why black's gone to where it has. So it's a nice cautious clearance. Blue at less than 7 yards because of the relief from the shrubbery. Which is very distracting. So it requires a lot of discipline to hit these shots. And does it. So it's a bit of a shooting display going on from Ed. Jamie will be playing from just in front of where we're sitting. It's coming in. Looks a little short. I'm not going to fail it on position, but it's definitely not blocking. So black will take on the hoop here. And for what we've seen so far, we would expect him to get it. It's certainly not going to be shy about the shot. Okay, so failed that one, but it bounced to a nice little spot. So interesting position for Jamie here, because red is not a great runner, but it's a potential runner. Black is in red's way, but yellow could have an in off. And once again, just got a little bit unlucky with the spin there. in stopping the in off, but still ended up with a nice position where it settled. And blue from distance has missed. Now red could peel yellow, but black is legal in front of hoop 5. So we'd expect that that's not going to happen. Had a temporary lost ball there into the shrubbery, but we found it now. So Jamie's just having a bit of a look at blue's line at yellow. Not wanting to make this hoop while black's legally over in front of 5. Just going to position. Black endeavouring to get yellow out has hit the hoop leg and not impacted the yellow at all. And yellow's just telling a little tap through to stay away from black. And on the board. Blue first across, nice position, a bit deep. And red will come inside that. And has got a block on the hoop as well. And black's trying to get inside that and has just missed nibbling red and gone to a position that's not all that useful. Yellow still want to hit blue and take away any jump shot or clearance, and has done it with pace off and may have got blue into a position where it can't see red through black. And judging by Ed's body language, that's what's happened. Attempted to hit what little there was of red and missed. Ooh, unfortunately though, red's taken on the hoop and got a lot of spin and settled just off the jaws. And black's managed to dig that out. Okay, so we've got yellow coming in, it's hung back to stay away from black. So blue's just come in to be a runner. I expect that red will take blue straight back out. And has, but we got the wrong side of the ball perhaps. Well, that's good enough though. So black's just taken a slightly defensive position. And make yellow think about what it would like to do. Jamie missed the shot, I think, and the referees just said that black has played. So it's a nice, safe centre ball clearance on black. Keep control. And blues come into a running position, but on a slightly defensive angle from yellow clearing it. And red's just going to come in anyway. And black has also just come in, just gently bunting red. I think I've got myself a few shots behind here. Yep, all fixed. So yellow, another nice centre ball clearance on blue. So that's good discipline from Jamie. Just stick with your strengths and just build a little bit of pressure. As Ed was hitting a phenomenally high rate, just the last few have just drifted off a little. Got that one though. Picked it off nicely without any collateral damage on black as well. So red's options are really just hit black or run hoop here. And nice shot, nice shot. I'm starting to lift the intensity of the shooting to match Ed. Once again, we'll just position a little bit deeper. Yellow will come inside that, hopefully not blocking red at black, which it hasn't. Blue's just coming to position with the hope that maybe jagging a block red at black, and that's pretty close. No reaction from Jamie, so I expect that that's okay. Yep, nice shot by red. So develop into a bit of a shooting battle here. I think black will be going at yellow and misses. So yellow for the hoop. Right behind this shot, and this looks wonderful. There it is. So yellow not only ran the hoop, but it went down just past the peg. So my blue's gone to position. Yellow can pick it off. Well, red's coming in with a bit of steam here. That's way too hard. I'm really not quite sure what that was all about, whether it was trying to combat the, whether Jamie was trying to combat the slope or trying to promote yellow. So black's coming in. It's just gently bunted blue up a tiny bit. It's probably not made a lot of difference. So Jamie could try to hit blue and black in the one shot, or just run the hoop. Running the hoop has the plan, but has failed, unfortunately. So that little bunt has put blue a little closer, but I think Ed fancies just positioning blue wide from yellow. I suppose the lawn's not that flat around there, and you could have perhaps tried to bring blue in a tiny bit closer to the hoop and get a wire from both red and yellow, but that might have been trying to be too cute. So good shot of Jamie's stance there, and that's a nice clearance. So black has a much more angly position to try and get in front, or it could wire from yellow. Just tries to make the hoop and bombs it. So it's a bit of a tricky shot for yellow here. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Come through the back of the hoop and flick the black away. That's right. Okay, blue's come in and taken position. So I think red will come in because yellow's got a clearance on blue. Ooh, a clearance on blue, stroke, shot at hoop, stroke, in off, maybe. Red's not. Well, it's not too bad. Black has decided to deal with the threat from yellow. Done a very good job of that. So yellow now has a much more difficult shot at blue. Maybe red should have done something about blue rather than just taking position. But you know, you do what you think is right at the time. It's a nice stroke and hits. Not enough to say blue won't take control of the hoop, but enough to deny the hoop immediately. A nice controlled clearance that keeps blue right in front of the hoop and gets red all the way out to the boundary. Very nice. I suspect yellow can't see blue. Red is going to have to do something about it here. Or not. So red's just come in. That's not really impacting anything there. It's not a runner. It's not really causing any threat. It's not in blue's backswing. Yellow may be able to see blue, but not very much, I would imagine. We'll see black roll the dice and just go to halfway here. It looks like what's happening. Yep, going to halfway, but also close enough that if blue does get moved, black could join into the fight later. Oh, and yellow has crashed into the back of the hoop, which I suppose was predictable if it was wired. And we would expect blue will run this. does. So it's 4-2 lead to Ed. Ooh, that red going to 7 looks short. I think black might ignore that, just come past into position, and does, yes. Yellow may attempt to bunt red up, and does. Excellent shot. Okay, blue needs to hit red. And that also happens. Just past the 7 yards. Alright, so now red has to hit black, otherwise black will be running this hoop all the way down here towards us on what we've seen so far. Can't see much of what's going on the other lawns because this venue is terraced quite a lot. I think Ross may have won the first game against Ben, and just watching Gary looking very disgruntled as he walks to the boundary, so I suspect he's just made an error down there in, at whatever hoop they're at. Oh, that's red has just nibbled black. Well, it's probably a successful shot, but will it make much difference to the outcome of black having a fly at the hoop from a couple of feet further than it was before? Yep, it did. That's an enormous rejection. Back into the shadows near blue. So the bad thing is he rejected badly. The good thing is he's got it where blue can promote black back in again. But yellow takes care of that by making the hoop first. That happened yesterday as well, I think, or maybe in the first game here this morning, where coming down that line, blue has gone way too close to the ball that was already there and it's just promoted the opposition a little bit. So red's taken a good position, and black has going to also almost hit yellow, but it's come to a really nice spot. Yeah, so yellow's options here had blue in its backswing. Can't really come this way, so it's got to clear blue to distance or block blue where they lie. It's just taking the clearance all the way up into corner 2. Uh, 100th shot of this game. I think red will probably clear black, although I might feel it needs to take on the hoop, so blue's trying to do something about that and gone too far. And in the previous game, Jamie attempted this hoop when there was a clearance on offer and failed the hoop. Same scenario here, but for a better result. And game all tied up. Black going over to 9 is not going to be short like many have been. It's a nice shot. Okay, so yellow will go deeper. In fact, it's going all the way to the boundary. front of the hoop. Well, 6 inches inside the boundary. And blue will just come in. And might have been looking for an opportunistic block of red at black, but just drifted past that. A nice shot with red, as it clears the black one. So, generating a bit of pressure in this game now. Getting it back to 4-all and trying to get some control here at 9. So Blake's gone to a deep running position, maybe trying to get a block of yellow at blue. Yellow, whether it's blocked or not, it's going to take on the hoop by the look of it. And makes it. Very nice shot. So Jamie takes the lead. And the last 3 hoops have been turned over very quickly. All to Jamie. Well, that's a good disciplined shot given that all the activity that happens up around that hoop. Red is going to go right of it, which tends to support. It's going to swing right around and come into a beautiful position in front, and it's gone too far. Black probably can't get that line because it had hoop and yellow ball in the way, and it's forced wide and then goes wider on the slope. Yellow doesn't have that issue, it's just got to decide whether it wants to putt to the front of the hoop or hit blue. And maybe try and run the hoop and bounce off the leg and out to the boundary. So blue, what distance is this? We're looking at 5 yards, 4.5 yard hoop attempt. And makes it. 5-all. And those who heard me talking to Addison yesterday, I do like synchronicity and little trends. Blue has made all 5 hoops for that side. Black's not running hoops today. Well, it was a good position to run this one. So I think we'll see yellow attempt to clear black. And once again, we've got a potential in-off. Not that we've seen any in-offs yet. Oh, but another near miss in-off. But still a great clearance. So there's a bit of pressure here. Red's got a runnable hoop and yellow ahead of the play. And blue's gone a little bit long. It's probably a runner, but it's not blocking red. So a red hoop here will put the cat amongst the canaries. Nope. Might pace off, just coming in just to get a second runner in there. Expect that yellow will hit blue. And does centre ball following it down the line, but not too close to blue. Blue might hit it anyway, but then red's hitting black, so blue might choose to go in. We'll have to wait and see. Once again, we got relief from the fence. So, first of all, let's get our relief sorted out. Maintaining the line, all being done correctly. And now we're going to move yellow. And once again, yellow is past the line of hoops 2 and 3, so it's more than 6 yards away, so it doesn't have to be moved. I think everybody's been a bit too generous here, a bit too friendly. Anyway, we'll hit it and spray off over near the red. The red has a relatively easy clearance on black. This is really about where red stays, not where black goes. That's got a bit of spin and kicked away, but it's probably not a bad spot to stop him. Blue can see yellow. Blue can see red, so expect black will just come in. And it has. Yellow now just coming in as well. Oh, they just hit something and bobbled. It's gone to a nice spot. But again, this is a fairly crucial shot here. Blue hits red, and red and yellow aren't out of the picture, but they're behind the 8 ball. Blue misses, and red and yellow are in control. And it's kind of 50-50. So it's got red enough away, but blue's also gone. And red does have, what's that, 10 yarder at black with a potential spray to the left that might run the hoop. Nice shot. Yeah, red followed up the line of black, but I don't think it's blocked black or yellow. Black is ignoring yellow, just coming in. I don't think it was blocked, but it's just choosing that, and it's not got there. So you can't be too critical of Ed's play for the whole of the 3 days, but his positioning in this game has just been a little bit off. He's just pulled a few short. And yellow's put it to the sword and almost 12 as well. So we've got a potential for Jamie to win unless Ed can win the last 2 hoops. So we're off to 13 if Ed's going to win. It's a nice ball. I'll get a good look at what Jamie's doing here. This looks like a positioning past blue. Oh, that's an attempt to hit. Oh. I guess because yellow and blue were wide, I suppose red had to take that shot. Yeah, so black's just doubled up as a runner. So it's good to have a second runner, just in case, but it's bad that perhaps that black has put itself where yellow could hit black onto blue. was deciding just to go to position, but it's gone a bit deep. So it's a little bit of a scary shot because if yellow gone a little bit further, it could have got the peg in between it and 13. So it's just kept the worry. Oh, for the skinny edge of blue and just missed. So will be offside, and black can now turn around and crunch yellow away and hope to go up towards hoop 13, and does. So that's a tremendous shot. Correct. So this shot here is extremely crucial now because got blue in front of hoop 12 and a legal black on the boundary behind hoop 13. If yellow can run the hoop, it steals the game. If yellow can move blue, it keeps the game going a bit longer. It's close. Oh, shot. Yep, that's enough. So, some quality play there all round. So blue goes back to a position where it's more controlling the hoop than running it. Red just coming in, but staying well back. So black will come inside red and try to be a runner, but that's got a bit of speed on it. It's come up through the bowl and slowed down to a good position for black running the hoop, but a terrible position in blocking blue at red. Yellow decides to try and hit blue anyway, and has missed. So I expect we'll see blue take tight position in front of the hoop. Oh, and does. So red doesn't want to stay there because black will turn around and hit it and go live to 13 again. Can't run the hoop because blue is in the way. Yellow does have a random in off from where it's lying on blue, so perhaps hitting black away is the shot here. Yep. Pretty safe outcome. So Ed's having a look at the line here. A number of things that black could do. Just be a second runner. Pull off a block to take out the in-off. Stroke clearance. Set for promotion. And setting a promotion. And quite a deep one. So you have to win. So letting Jamie have this shot. It's not the end of the world, and it's a great shot to hit it. Didn't get the in off though. And blue just goes back. This time we might see red go between blue and hoop, hoping to wire from black, and then yellow hits blue. Yep, more or less. Black's just got red. Just takes position. Take a position where yellow could get a random hit on both blue and black here. Certainly yellow wants to hit blue. If it hits blue, odds are in your favour, even though it's shooting really well, that red will be the runner. But if you can get blue and black, then that's a little bit of added interest. It's a nice shot. It's missed blue and hit black, so that's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. Blue looks like it can get past red on the inside, so it's just going to make the hoop, and does. Oh, and cleans up Jamie's water bottle at the same time. Six all. Jamie first to 13 on the dodgy lawn, or the dodgy part of the lawn, but that's not a bad shot. Curling now, but had to wait. So all these cowing statistics tell me that it's about 29% for the second ball up winning hoop 13. So the odds are in Jamie's favour. And black's missed. And trying to shell the spectator who's hiding behind the shelter there. So a second runner coming up. It looks like it's struggling. And it is struggling, hasn't got there. The blue's right down here near where we are. So this is a quick bit of maths. 35 or 728, about a 30-yard shot. Blue at red. With a referee walking across the line in front of him. No idea what he's looking for. He's hit it well. He doesn't like it. Yet he was awful close. Yeah, so he seemed to hit it really well. He has taken a divot outside the boundary, which is not a fault. But he gave a, as the ball left, he obviously thought he was missing. But as it went through the slope, it must have curled and nearly hit. And red runs, and we've got a third go. So that was a 59-minute game, 153 shots. And we go again. Yeah, because I need to go to the I'm on. Okay, so we're back for game 3. Obviously a game all. We've got Ed playing first this time, having lost the previous game. We've got 3 good balls across the position, and yellow's just gone a little bit too far. So blue having first look at the hoop. With control. Oh, and just winged hoop 2 on the way through. So we've got quite a few spectators here now, as people are coming in ready for the single on the weekend. And we've had a finish in the second, well, possibly second place, possibly qualifying for a playoff match between Jack and Gary, where Jack's won that one in 2 games. So Jack is assured of at least a silver medal. So we've got all the balls now going up to hoop 2. We've got blue where it finished after running hoop 1. Red a little bit wide, not too bad. Black in front, probably going to be hit by red. Red's still there, and yellow conveniently placed on the other side. So they're packing up. The lawn's downstairs, so I would tend to suggest that Ross and Ben are finished as well. Shaking hands and exchanging stuff, or maybe they're just exchanging stuff. Maybe there is another game. It looks like there's hoop setters out there, so perhaps they've got another game to go. Someone will tell me. Alright, so there's a big statement there, and a nice roquet by blue to remove the red and give black the inside running for the hoop. Now Ed was 3-0 up in the last game before Jamie came steaming home to win. So going 1 and possibly 2-0 down straight away here is probably not going to faze Jamie at all. Looks like a nice shot from red, but it's missed. So black will have a look at hoop 2 for a 2-0 lead. And does. So that's 2-0 fairly quickly. So the games haven't been going for too long. Played at a reasonable clip between these two, but this is going to be obviously a third one, because that yellow is short. So the day may still have a bit of time left in it. If Jamie was to get up and win this game and then the match, then we would have to have a playoff between Ed and Jack. The blue is nice. I don't know if it's my imagination, but in the 2 days I've been watching games here, it looks to me like that bowl is even more pronounced. You can clearly see the blue go down and up through there, and both red and yellow have come up short, coming across it. So black probably will ignore everything because red and yellow aren't a super huge threat. Red may not even have a backswing, or yellow, sorry, may not even have a swing to hit blue. Might have to promote red into blue. Looks to be maybe what's happening. And misses. Well, that was the plan. And so now blue has a look at a very quick chance to go to 3-0. And does. Excuse me. So again, blue's gone deep, almost in the boundary. Red has therefore hung back a little bit to give blue a longer shot, but as a result hasn't got as close to the hoop position as you would like. Black therefore can come between red and hoop, and that's what appears to be happening. A little angly, but it's in the fight. And yellow also just coming in to a better position than red, obviously. Although it's not a runner, it's drifted past the hoop on the side, and I don't think it's blocking blue at red either. A collection of water bottles down this end now. Yeah, just do a little bit of gardening. Blue has hit red beautifully. So he's maybe a little bit angry that he lost the last game and had to play a third one. He's played 11 shots in this game, and I haven't seen a failure on any of those yet, obviously. So certainly come out firing. It's a reasonably good recovery by red. Black has options. Take out red, take out yellow, but more than likely will take on the hoop with the 3-0 lead currently in the pocket. It's angly, but it's not that bad an angle. And makes it. For a 4-0 lead. So that's very little interaction. We've had blue made the first hoop in 5 shots, and then black in 6, blue in 6, black in 6. So yellow is first to 5, obviously the first of the short approaches, and that's a nice approach. I expect on game trend we'll see blue come in and then black will attempt to hit yellow. Yeah, blue's come in and it's nice, and it's awful close to blocking black at yellow though. So Jamie's going to have a look at that. Can't really tell. Ed's just saying that black's not on the line. So would you like to see where it actually was? Red feels it needs to hit blue, so black must be able to see yellow. So red has hit blue. So we got black now shooting at a bit of a double of hoop and yellow. We still haven't seen an in off. Might be a slight chance of that. Or you could miss everything. That's probably the first error for black and blue. And yellow gets a look at a hoop. And run quite smoothly. He's going to go past 6. So blue's taken a nice position, a little bit deeper, maybe about 3.5 yards from the hoop. And red's tempting fate by coming down that slopey bit of ground, and it has just bumped into the left-hand upright. So we'll just have a second runner come in now. This is what's happened. And yellow will have to deal with blue. I'm on a live microphone. Does that help? I'll come back to you in a second. So I'm doing the commentary for that, but I'm also coding the game. So after the clearance, Ed's just brought blue back in loosely. Jamie is going to hit the black, which is hiding behind the peg from where I'm sitting. I did wonder what was going on there for a second. So it's a nice little clearance to move black away. Black, of course, will come straight back. Although it's bobbled quite a bit and not got a lot of pace on it. It's probably it's not a disaster, but it's probably nowhere near where black was intended to go. Blue looks like it could run, definitely could jaws. Yellow may feel it needs to hit blue from here. Shooting and hitting, very nice.
You haven't stolen my pen though, have you, Matt?
No, I have not.
I wonder how it disappears.
So effective clearance there from a long distance. Blue will come straight back. So you've kind of cleared yourself. Could fail that if I wanted to be a real meanie. But red is close enough to impact the play immediately, so I think we'll say that was okay. So red again has clearance on blue, but also a potential hoop. Oh, hello. That's interesting. Cleared black and deflected almost to halfway. So moving black's not a silly thing to do if blue can see. If yellow can see blue. But if yellow can't see blue, maybe there was something better to do there. Head doesn't look. It's not giving much away. And he's coming in a very tight position with black. The fact that he's got in blue's way would tend to suggest that yellow could see blue. And if that's the case, then yellow almost certainly can't see all of blue now. Might have to hit black onto blue and looks like Jamie's giving up on that whole idea and just going to go to halfway. Or hit red closer to the action, possibly. This is what's happened. So it's not a bad plan. Red's now almost a runner. Blue has to deal with red. It's not, if you take pace off here, you might actually be able to nibble red and going off. But he didn't, he's gone the other way and tried to get a live ball over to hoop 7, which is more or less done. And probably got a wire red at black, so a great shot. So it's looking a bit bleak for Jamie here. We've got a dodgy shot at black, a live blue at 7, and an offside yellow. Might be worth red hitting blue here and making red itself onside at yellow at 7, and that seems to be the plan. But that's bobbled as the ball's left the boundary and has missed. So black should make this, and does. Both red and yellow are offside, and both being sent to the far penalty point, which in this situation would be the play. Just get some distance, because blue is so close to being able to position tight at 7. The balls that lay slightly differently, you might have put one ball on each penalty point so that Jamie doesn't get the same shot twice. Anyway, yellow's gone straight to the back line. So it's a 7-yard runner. And blue may try to make this, since he's so far in front, or he may just position. It looks like he's trying to make it, and he's made it. So that's the way to turn your hoops over. 2-shot turnaround. And a 6-1 lead. The game's only been going for 19 minutes, which is not the fastest game, but it's one of the fastest. So red, previously sent to offside, stays on that position because it's been directed there, and comes in to a nice position in front of 8. Black's coming down to position but struggling, and it's not outrageous, but it's well short. And yellow has a lot of stuff in the way. It's negotiated 2 of them, and it's awful close, but it's going to go too far past. So on what we've seen so far, blue is going to just fly at red here, take away the runner, and hits. So it's been pretty much the complete package in this game. And red needs to get a little bit of pressure on, because I think black will just take on the hoop at 6-1 up for the quick finish. The red's come into position, but it's gone too far. It's also not outrageous if black fails, to be out there. If black chooses to hit red away, that's relatively easy. I suspect he won't. I suspect he's going to go for the big finish here for the 7-1 win with this shot. But there is also merit in taking out red, and black would be just about wide from yellow if he did that. But you know, this is game over if he gets it, and he didn't. Jamie just takes tight position. Nice little clearance by blue. So red can have a speculative ping at the hoop here. Got to win all of them from here on in, so now's a good time to start. No, one's bombed and gone to the opposite side from black, which is probably not a bad position to be in tactically. You may see black just sit in front, make yellow do something, and then blue hits red. Yep. So because of the threat of blue hitting red and leaving red with a difficult shot, yellow might take this, but it isn't. It's going to play the triangle, which when you're so far behind is also plenty of merit in that. You know, you might as well lose here as lose anywhere else, and you've got to win them all. Yeah. Blue is clearing red somewhere. Red will probably be able to see black unless he takes pace off and tries to nudge it behind the hoop line. Oh, well, that's an interesting option to get plenty of air time and go over to the next hoop just in case. Well, it's an unfortunate time for somebody's phone to ring. And red has missed. So we should see black. Let's put this through for the game and the match and the gold medal. And done. So 25-minute game, I've only 59 shots, and I've only got 2 errors against Ed's name there. That's world class and a bit. An excellent match. Which secures the gold medal for Ed, and the silver medal will go to Jack. And they'll be presented fairly shortly after play. Yeah, we can go off.